What's up, guys? DPG here with another video to shock your mind and rock your world. Today I want to talk to you about the relationship between confidence and competence and how you need to navigate those two words in the world of acting and entertainment. This applies to both actors, of course, writers as well, directors, frankly, anyone trying to break into the business where you don't have one of those jobs where you just apply and, your uncle gets you in the door. So I don't know if you've ever noticed, but a lot of people who are really confident are not that competent. They either don't care or they don't know. Maybe they think they're really competent, and so that makes them very confident. But I had a roommate in business school, and this guy had more confidence than anyone on the planet. In fact, it was to the point where he was obnoxious. In fact, nobody wanted to even work with him when it came to projects. And so often he would come to me and say, "Hey David, nobody wants to work with me," like a 6-year-old, right? And I'd be like, well, stop being so forceful in your opinions. Maybe think things through. Maybe your opinion, maybe you could look at things a different way, and you might be more well received because people are hearing your ideas and I didn't say this, but your ideas are stupid, and your viewpoint for the most part often is stupid and not carefully considered or thought through. You just go, oh, it's so obvious, do it this way, and everybody who doesn't listen to you is a fool. So that's the extreme, but I think you might find a lot of people who are the most confident are the least competent, which is unfortunate because great confidence is hard to come by. But there's a good reason for that, because people that know confidence comes with competence, or should, because you don't want to be spouting off when you don't know what you're talking about, they are not always as competent as they know they could or should be. And so what we're talking about today is the line between where you should behave very confidently, despite you maybe not thinking you're extremely competent. Okay? Now, when is that? Well, it's when you know in your mind that a particular situation, as far as actors or writers go, a particular project or particular role is right for you based on what you know about yourself. Nobody else may know it. It's not measurable. It's not objective. It's just a thing. And when you have that feeling, what that feeling is confidence, right? It's when you're in class and somebody goes, "Does anyone know the answer to this?" And you're like, "I totally know the answer." And maybe you don't put up your hand because you don't want to be seen as the teacher's pet or what have you. But it's that feeling where you go, "Oh my gosh, that is so me. I know that." Okay? So that's where you have extreme competence in something that is not objectively viewable by the world, right? It's not written on your resume. It's not, there's no test score associated with it. You're not a member of Mensa, okay? You didn't come out of Harvard or the Juilliard, acting school or what have you. So it's this knowledge of when you are right for something in any aspect of your life. When you hear, "We need someone who can do blah, blah, blah," and you go, "Oh my gosh, I could do that." And yet you don't say that because you feel like, well, first of all, you're not used to feeling really confident because there aren't that many situations maybe where you feel that amazing about yourself. So you got to get used to it. You've got to be aware of it. You got to pay attention to it. And you can practice ahead of time, right? Think of all the instances in life, and in particular, of course, your craft, acting, directing, writing, whatever it is, and think about those times, those projects where you are the perfect individual. And, the way to practice this is to look at what's out there now and think about, well, if I had known about this project coming along, I could have put my hand up and thrown my hat into the ring, because I just have a feeling that I would be one of the best candidates, at least in my mind. Somebody else might not agree with me, but that doesn't matter. That's up to them. That's not for you to know. It's not for you to decide. It's for you to know in your own heart, oh my gosh, that is so me. Maybe someone else it's even more for them than it is for you, but you've got to know when to go, me, okay? So that is the balancing act, and that is the way you have to balance when to put your hand up, right? It doesn't matter what it says in your resume. It doesn't matter where you went to school. It doesn't matter what your experience is. In fact, even if you had to lie about having experience, you should, when you believe that you are the best candidate. Because if you don't say it's me, even if you don't have any prior experience or whatever, they may end up with somebody inferior. In fact, if you're so confident that it's you, then they're definitely going to end up with someone inferior, and they're going to suffer. So, guys, practice being confident, practice sort of pushing the buzzer when it's you. Okay, if you're on Jeopardy, you're like, I know the answer, Alec. Poor Alec. You know, whoever, Bialy, or whatever her name is, or that other guy. Right? That's what they do in Jeopardy. They almost hit the buzzer before they really know, because it's better to guess. Well, maybe it's not better to guess and be wrong in Jeopardy, but it's better to guess and be wrong in life, because you can always sort of back yourself out of things in life. You can't back yourself out of Jeopardy. Once you hit the buzzer, you either got it or you don't got it. But the people that win in Jeopardy and people that win in life are the ones who put their hands up. And often you'll get the job because you put your hand up, not because there's some objective way to determine who is the right choice here. They're like, you say you can do it, because often in life it's timing. There could be a better candidate out there, but they are not available at the moment, or the production company or whomever doesn't know how to reach them. Why don't they know how to reach them? Because this person didn't put their hand up, and nobody else knows other than you in your heart that it was right for you. So get practicing on when you should feel the most confident, because you are the most competent. And I will leave it at that. Talk to you soon. If you want to work with me, because you all should want to work with me, because this is my life, then reach out to David at hackhollywood.com or dpg at davidpatrickgreen.com, and I will talk to you soon.